Hi everybody, it's Diane. I had to go run some errands today and I ended up downtown Sayre where there are some secondhand stores and the library that I don't go to very often because I just don't go to that part of town very often. But I put enough money in the meter so I could spend some time just walking around downtown and going to the different little shops. And I actually saw one or two that I had never seen before, some new secondhand shops. So there's kind of a lot of secondhand shops in one little tiny town. But anyway, I'm just going to show you everything collected together. I'm going to show you the books first, and then I got some things that aren't books that you're going to want to see. So I'm saving those for last. This little pile right here were the free books from the library. I got this one, Nothing is Impossible, because it's a story of Beatrix Potter. And I will read that. But also, the cover will make a really cute journal. I don't think it's illustrated. It should be full of her pictures, but it's not. And it is, well, there's a drawing there. Not by her, but looking at mushrooms. Or toadstools or something. But it was written for juveniles, so it should be a quick read. I'm going to read it anyway. I've read other biographies that were geared for young people just because I'm interested in the people. So anyway, I got that. This book I got purely for the cover because I have a hard time getting books with a smaller cover for some of the printable kits. I don't like that you have this residue from the tape on a library book, but I do collages on it and cover it up. So I make do, but I'm not interested in the story at all. Shelter on Blue Barns Road. This also looks like it was for juveniles. But I just wanted the cover, and I don't really care about purple. I just wanted the size of the book, so I guess I'll make a purple book. And I got this one because I liked the cover. It's just got this little all-over pattern in a pretty blue and a light brown color. I don't know if there's any pictures in here either. Yeah, there are. That was pretty. Very nice. Look at those hats. And then I got this one for free. All of these books were free. And it's a children's book, but I love this cover. I'm going to make a glue book out of this. And I don't think this will be in my batch of glue books, which is going to be my next project, because I already have some that I wanted to work on. Look at the artwork in this, though. Beautiful crocuses. I want to see the year. 15th printing is 1970, so that's the year of this, but I don't, oh, copyright 1950. So they are very vintage-looking illustrations, even though this book was printed in 1970. So it is still vintage, but I just thought that cover would make a really cute glue book. I got this one for 75 cents. I wouldn't have gotten this one. It's a Nancy Drew book, but for 75 cents I thought I could make a little journal out of that. You see the year on this one. This looks like the type of books that they published, Nancy Drew books, when I was young. This is 1965. I found this book. I love these Reader's Digest books with this shape. So this will be a domestic arts journal. And I like the pages in it too, of course, because it's a sewing book. But mostly I got it to make a domestic arts journal out of it. And this one was only $1.25. And this will probably become a glue book also. But of course, it's got the same pictures as the golden book, the little golden book. And I can use some of these pages to make some envelopes, and I'll include some of the pages in the glue book too. This was marked $2, but for whatever reason, she gave it to me for $1. But it's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, featuring a Coca-Cola Santa tribute. So, of course, I got it because of these great illustrations. This is a Hallmark book. I always go the wrong way. It's got little pictures that I can use for journaling cards and big pictures that I can use as pages. And I like these too, with the text on it. 'Twas the night before Christmas, went all through the house. Look at that, so pretty. I'm looking for the Coca-Cola Santas. Favorite holiday memories. There's one. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it right in your face. Very nice pictures. So I'll put that away with my Christmas stuff. Now this one, there were lots and lots of books about stamping. There were lots and lots of magazines, old magazines of stamping and crafting. But they were old and out of date, and I didn't want them. They were $1 each, and there were lots of books on beading. So there were stacks of books on crafting and stuff. So I was but they weren't really, really cheap. So I had to be careful. But when I saw the images in this, Suzanne Golden presents interviews with 36 artists who innovate with beads. Okay, so first of all, this is a pair of shoes covered in beads. But when I saw the images inside, I thought this will be great for cutting up and using in glue books. Those are helmets made out of beads. Look at all that. I didn't even see those. I saw some very interesting characters. Like this frog. It says complaining frog. And there's the queen bee. Oh my goodness. Peeps. Malomars. Oh my goodness. She must be the Andy Warhol of beads. Fluff. Look at these critters. I loved these. So they're going to go in glue books. This book I thought would be great for pages. It's Priscilla Hauser, Beautiful Roses. She teaches how to paint, folk art paint. So there's some color images, of course. But I like these black and white pattern type of images. They're on a big fold-out page. You have to remove it from the center of the book and open it out, so that would be great for some of the larger books. But the color pictures are pretty too. I was glad to find this one, The Real Mother Goose, because I love the illustrations in this edition of Mother Goose. Rand McNally, illustrated by Blanche Fisher Wright. Look at that picture. Copyright 1916, renewal copyright 1944. I kind of don't think this book is from 1944 though. It doesn't have a later date though. Oh, 72nd printing, 1981. So I would probably say this is 1970 or 81. So of course it's got the rhymes and it's got the little illustrations and the large pages. So I love this. There's Goosey Goosey Gander. So I'm very glad to have that. Now this book, I had to pay more for, but how often do you come across this large book of The Birds of America by John James Audubon? And they are full page pictures. The book is full of them. So because I paid $15 for this book, I am going to have to sell some of these pages. Because I wouldn't have paid $15 just to have a book for myself. But they're all, I can afford to sell some. I don't need this many pages. They are all full pages, color pictures by John James Audubon. So that was a fantastic find. So I'll get them in my shop as soon as I have a chance. That's it for the books. Now I want to show you the things that are not books. First of all, I got this. And of course, this is not for a junk journal, but it was, I think it was $2. And I love Pretty Little Dishes. And it's a pink rose. And look at the little gold edges here. And so, because it was only $2, I had to have it. I love little dishes, and I don't buy them. I very rarely buy them because I try not to accumulate too much stuff. My china cabinet's kind of full, but I loved that one. Then I found this package of napkins, which I think was $1.50, and I think they're really pretty. They're called guest towels, 3-ply facial tissue guest towels by Contempo. And I think they're vintage. There's no barcode on it. Well, it looks like there's only that much of a picture on it. But there are 16 in there, so I thought for $1, what did I say? $1.50? I think that's what it was. The sticker's off it. That's still a good price. That is such a pretty image. I picked up one of these. You may recognize this if you've been watching my videos for a long time. I got one of these at the same store years ago. And I knew there were 2 of them there, but I only bought one. And I saw the other one there today, so I picked it up. I still have some of the first one, but I do use it. This is from the 1930s, from an office in Towanda, Pennsylvania, a government office. Towanda is the county seat for my county, so the courthouse is there. So it's to Helen P. Fanning, Register of Wills, Recorder of Deeds, and Clerk of the Orphans Court. There's quite a lot of paper there. I thought this was a great find. 2 pads. It was still sealed. I took the wrapper off it so I could show it to you. It does have a barcode, and it's by Pen Tab, but is 2 pads of fax paper. 1997 it says here. And 50 sheets in each pad, I believe. Looks like, yeah, must be 50 sheets in each pad. So I got 2 pads of this, and I just thought that was really cool. That will be really fun for junk journals. These items were 10 cents each, but she ended up giving them to me for free, just to put in domestic arts journals. This is a gorgeous little vintage card. To Orlo Johnston from Mother. And the pages are so delicate and lovely. It's just a little birthday card. So pretty. I wish I knew how old it was, but it's pretty old. This, I'm not thrilled about some of the stuff that's in here, but I'll show you what I did like. These vellum flowers. I wanted these vellum flowers. They're so pretty. They had a whole bunch of scrapbooking stuff. Most of it I didn't want. It wasn't my style. But there was a pad of really, really thin scrapbook paper. And they had it marked for, I think it was $14, which I thought was really ridiculous in a secondhand store. This one's beautiful. So I wanted those, and there isn't much else in here that I like. There is a few things. I can probably use these little round stickers. I'm not really big into stickers, so I will not be using these stickers. Several sheets of those. Some of those are used. Don't like the stars. These look like kids' stickers from the 80s. Some Barbie stickers. Here's Barbie in a Christmas outfit. Several of those. Some crayons. I might use some of those. Maybe. There's a lot of sheets of those. So maybe I'll just put all of these stickers in a bundle in my shop if anybody else wants them. But these pieces are from Creative Memories. So there's just some, this is a piece of vellum, so I'm glad to have that. They're probably about 5 by 7. So I guess they're all vellum. I didn't realize that, so I am happy. That made it worth, I think it was $2. They have just little designs on them. I don't know if they're supposed to be snowflakes. They look like 50s designs to me. And then these little lined sheets. I liked these. There's just 2 of them, but they have, they're round. I like the round things, and they have lines on them. And let me know if anybody's interested in these stickers. I don't want to just throw them away, but I don't even think my grandkids would want them. And then this package was $1, and right on top I saw all these barn cards, and I thought they were great. So there's one, they're blank inside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barn cards. So that's great. I can use them in farm journals. Just a note with some pretty spring flowers on it. Just a note to remind you to laugh, smile, love, and don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. And it does have some flowers inside. And this pretty one, fall colors with some birds at a bird feeder. And this is just a thank you card. Maybe I'll actually use that for somebody, to thank somebody for something. So that's it. That's what I brought home on my little excursion today. I found a lot more than I expected to, for sure. Spent more than I expected to, but I'll make it back. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.